One of the requested videos that I've been getting is a how-to on how to get your electrical assets installed inside your cage's habitat. So today in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about a couple things. We're going to install some of my Solar Grow T5 lighting for plant lights and UVB lights. We're going to install some of the heat ceramic fixtures on the inside, as well as the protective covers that you can see here that covers the UVB and the bulbs, so that way your animals don't come in close contact with them. Plus, I'll also show you some tips and tricks on how to utilize computer fans to increase your airflow within the habitat, which can play a major role with your humidity and temperature swings. I'm really excited to show this to you guys. Let's get the lid off and let me show you what we're working with. Alright guys, so we got a Solar Grow 34 and a Solar Grow 24 inch. We are going to remove the smaller bulb, that is the 22 inch plant bulb, and I'm going to start off with an Arcadia 12%. This is what I'm going to start with. Now after this is all set up, I'm going to put a solar meter on here, and I'm going to make sure we're not giving Hercules too much of a Ferguson zone, but we should be okay. Then I'm going to lock it in place. I'm going to put this back in here, so that way my plant bulb is nice and safe. Now, we have our plant light, which is going to help simulate night and day, and we have our UVB, which is going to work in conjunction with this. Connected together under a daisy chain, which is then plugged into here. Then we're going to have this bulb plugged into a thermostat with this bulb plugged into a thermostat to make everything nice and even. Next we're going to do is install our protectors. So this is the Arcadia Lamp Guard Pro. This is the larger version. So here's number one. Okay, as you can see here, it's a really simple design. So here's what I like about the lamp guards. Number one, it's coated in a material that is not going to rust. Number two, it will not cut open your snake or your lizard when they rub their faces up against it. There's a lot of metal covers that when they're not properly treated and covered up, when they rub their little snouts up against them, it will cause damage over time to them. So then you can see here how each end has a little bit of a nodule for the clips. So what we're going to do, number one, number two, number three, and then that's going to go there. Okay? Then I'm going to put the screws right here. Now I'm going to get the other one. You're going to flip these things over. You're going to match the cords up. All right. Yeah, I mathed perfectly. Okay. Now you can see that everything is completely covered up in here exactly the way it should be. So first, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the itty bitty little tiny screws that are included, and we're going to get them screwed in here. Number 1. Number 2. So this is 1/2-inch PVC. So whenever you're screwing stuff in here, you want to make sure that your screws aren't going to go through the top of your PVC. Now the biggest pain with this, when it's time for a UVB bulb change, you got to go in and manually unscrew all of this, which is a pain. Truthfully, it is a pain, but it is way better than having your animals get burns. It is also imperative to know that this will filter out some UVB. There will be UVB that will be filtered out pretty quickly, and it's different for every habitat. That is why I'm starting with a T5 in here. Again, we're going to be using a solar meter to check. So whenever you build your habitat, it's really important that you're using those tools to make sure that you are providing the correct Ferguson zone for your critters. Now the next step is to get these bad boys put back on the top and plugged in for you guys to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay my top flat like this. Then I'm going to lift up the bottom, and then I'm going to place like so. You notice how I'm leaving about a 1-inch gap here in the back. I'm doing that for a reason. So the first thing I'm going to do is isolate all of my cords. I know that I have a cord right here. So, boom. I know that I have a cord right here. Boom. And I know that I have a cord right here. Boom. Now it's time to line it all up. Get the lid back on. Okay guys, so we got this awesome cage built. With me putting the cage together without any lights, takes me about 30 minutes. With all the lights and all the extra steps, that added about maybe 15 minutes, so about a 45-minute prep time. I absolutely love this habitat, and I really can't wait to put it together. So my next steps is we are going to be installing computer fans that are going to be specifically installed right at the top as an intake and an outtake. I'm really excited for this. Stay tuned. This build is going to be extravagant. I really hope you guys enjoyed this how-to. If you have any questions, drop a line in the comments. Make sure you guys visit reptilekages.com. Come to my website, look at the Bldg X Kages crossover, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I had a lot of fun making it. Dude abides.